Welcome to the SRG Sports Talk Show. We're going to talk about a little bit MLB a little bit. This video will be a little bit longer, maybe, depending on what I do with the teams here. And we're going to talk about the first game, the Reds and New York Mets. The Reds won against the Mets 3-2. Apparently that was not as expected. The Mets could have won. They could have done very good. Money in the Gals game 2 was the Twins and the Angels. Angels lost the Twins 4-2. And apparently that was it. And Philly and the Tigers. Philly won their game against the Tigers 0-3. So Philly won 3-0. So it was like very easy for them. And game 4, which would be the A's and the White Sox. White Sox won their game 9-1 against the A's. But all in all, I would finally agree with a lot of New Yorkers right now that the Mets do stink. I mean, 3-2, it was a close game. It was like something out of ordinary. And I do agree with a lot of Mets teams, not a lot of New Yorkers that are Mets fans now, that they do stink. There's got to be something changing. I mean, they got rid of a lot of guys. I mean, get rid of the guy they hired to fire your other players, the best players they have on the team. Just for that. I mean, I agree with a lot of New Yorkers. Get rid of the guy, you know. Ever since they brought him into this New York Mets team, they've sucked ever since. Their record's not that good. And for me, the Red Sox with the Mets, that's the final straw with me with New York teams. You know, and it's like, I agree with a lot of New Yorkers. I'm not from New York, but I can relate how people are upset with the Mets losing. Yankees are no better. I mean, New York Yankees are no better. I mean, that's like out of the whole thing that the Mets do need something done. I think they need a new GM, a new head coach, get the owner, go to the owner, and then just go ahead, fire the GM, fire the coach, get 2 new guys in there for next season, know what they're doing. I mean, I agree with a lot of New Yorkers. The Mets do stink right now this season. They suck. I mean, the Mets do stink. I mean, that's like Mount Vesuvius exploding on... But that's like the bomber Hiroshima on Nagasaki mixed with the volcano and Mount Vesuvius. All 3 combined. I mean, yeah, it is an explosive thing, like they say of nitrogen and glycerin. But I would say just fire the GM, fire the GM, fire that coach. Get 2 new guys in there, get some good guys in there that know what they're doing. I mean, keep some of the players. They're still Mets. They could still have a chance to get their baseball career off the ground. I mean, same with the Angels. Angels, I mean, fire the GM, fire the head coach. If you're the owner, I mean, just... You know, I think these are 2 teams that are not looking into it. I think the Angels, the Mets, Rays would be another one. They do kind of stink. The Rays haven't been playing as much because of stadium redesign and all the other happy horse bunk with the Rays. You know, but the Mets, I would say just rebuild the organization from the ground up. Get rid of the GM, get rid of the head coach. I mean, fire both of them, get them out. Even if you have to fire the whole staff, get a whole new staff crew in there. Just do it. You know, that's what I expect the Mets organization to do, is fire both of them. Get 2 new guys in there that know what they're talking about. And just go ahead. Even if they hire a new coaching staff in the war room, get a new crew in there. You know, that's what they're going to have to do. And I think that's what they're going to have to do. If the Mets do stink, I mean, yeah, it does kind of suck. I'm sick and tired of hearing New Yorkers complain the Mets are not doing this, they're not doing that, they're not doing this. Fire the guy they hired. Fire the head coach. Get 2 new guys in there, even if you have to fire some people that are part of the staff. And just coexist with what they have. I mean, yeah, that's one thing about it. I mean, if I was the owner, I would do it right then and there. Especially in the middle of the baseball season. I mean, since some of the players to the A's, to the Royals, to Philly, send them anywhere. The worst players they have right now. Because, like a lot of people in New York said, and a lot of people heard, and I've heard on WFAN, a couple other New York podcasts, saying that this guy that they hired for the New York Mets got rid of the best players. Granted, that was stupid. Get the worst players in to play. And get rid of your key players that play the best. Pitching, batting, first base, third base, first base, third base, second base, shortstop, the guy got rid of the best players. I mean, fire the guy. Fire the GM if you have to. Get 2 new guys in there that know what they're doing. I mean, yeah, granted, they should fire them. They should. For the most part, they should. And I'm not saying it's like go out on the lamb or not and then fire them. I mean, yeah, the guy should be fired in the first place. They send this guy in. He gets rid of all the key players they've had that have hit a grand slam, an RBI, a home run, that can catch good, that can pitch good, that can pitch as the umpire, You got rid of key guys that know what they're doing. Fire the guy. I would say fire him for the most part. I mean, the Mets got to get this guy out of here. If he's doing this to the team just to sabotage him, I mean, if I was the owner, I would take it to the MLB commissioner right now. See what they're doing. I would just take it to the commissioner. I would take it to the commissioner. If he's sabotaging the Mets, I would take it to the commissioner, the MLB commissioner, right about now and just do it. And try to get all my players back, no matter what they were sent by the Reds, sent by the Marlins, sent by the Angels, Tampa Bay, It's a lot of big issues there, and you can't really deny that when it comes to MLB. I mean, the Major League Baseball, you can't deny changing players in the Major League. It's like you gotta think how they change this. I mean, the Mets gotta do something to get rid of this guy. The coach might be doing good. I mean, granted. But the person that's in charge of the organization and the day-to-day operations, get rid of the guy, You get rid of the best players. It's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, the Angels are not doing good. Tampa Bay is not doing good. They've been in Carneo since they've been doing that stadium rebuild every single month. It doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? I mean, that's something out of the ordinary. I mean, yeah, I see a lot of people quitting the Mets organization. No matter they're a play analyst, a draft analyst, I see a lot of people in the Mets organization leaving and going to another headquarters. Hands down, I see that. But where does the Mets go from here if they can try to win a couple games? I mean, yeah, they're winning a couple games, but they're losing this season. I mean, yeah, I mean, you got the Angels, you got the Rays, they're not doing real good. I mean, that's not really intimate. But when it comes to the Mets, and all I've been hearing is the Mets this, the Mets that, they suck. I mean, yeah, get rid of the guy that's in charge of the organization. If you fire the best players, get rid of the guy. Go to the commissioner of the MLB. Make a thing against him, because I think what you're doing is a crime for New York Mets. I mean, yeah, he does something that is in charge of it. I just corrected him. I do apologize. But no, it's like, where does it take that? You know, you got to think that New York Mets are doing anything. I mean, yeah, I don't think the guy should be being a GM and firing the best players. I don't think you should be working on any sports area, even if it's hockey, NFL. You know, I don't think it should be. Yeah, granted, it does work, but I don't think you should be working on anything from NHL, NFL, or anything. I think he gets his facts wrong, he gets the worst players, and I think he's there to sabotage the Mets. If they wouldn't hire him, I believe the Mets would have done better this year. I mean, they would have. I mean, yeah, they won a couple of games here and there, but the record is the result. But no, it's like Philly, on the other hand, is not doing good either. You know, Philly's not doing good. So it's like they're the two worst teams ever. But you got New York Mets not doing good. You got the Rays not doing good, even though they're incognito. They're still playing games. So yeah, there's not many people that can try to look into that. But if you look into doing the actual look of the game, yeah, there should be a possibility that they can try to look at it. If you look at the Angels, they're not doing good. But the Mets, in that division alone, yeah, they're doing pretty terrible. But you got the Angels, you got the Orioles, you're going to have teams that will suck. But the Mets organizations, they got to do something with this GM. They got to do something with this guy. If he's purposely sabotaging the Mets, fire the guy. Go with the commissioner. Fire the guy. Even if it has to be a board of directors thing. Yes, I do agree with that. 100%, I do agree. So, without the respect of it, you can't really deny what they're doing, where that is going to be the issue. I would say fire the guy, though. I mean, get rid of him. Get somebody else in there, even if they have to draft somebody that is on another MLB squad. Even if it's the Royals, the A's, the Twins, you know. But make sure he doesn't really do the business side of it again. In any term. You know, I'm not saying he has to go out on a limb and do this. I'm not saying he does. But where it does take him, it might just take him away from doing what he has to do. I'm not saying he has to really do this. But if there's a case that he could do it, yeah, fire the guy. Totally fire the guy where he has to really look into it. I mean, yeah, if you fire the guy, fire the guy. I mean, that's one thing that the New York Mets has got to do. If this guy's making bad moves for the Mets, train all of his best players away. Fire the guy. Totally fire the guy. I agree. For the most part, fire. So, that's one thing I agree with. Just fire the person that's in charge of the Mets organization. And if he's getting rid of key players, make sure he doesn't get a job in there again. Make sure he doesn't get a job at all. So, but that's what I want to discuss for today with this video. If you guys have any opinions about the New York Mets getting rid of the best players, and they suck now for New York, let me know in the comments. So the next time, Jonah, sign out. Take care.